Top upcoming American movies 2021. On number 1. Respect. Respect is a film based on the life of Aretha Franklin. The movie is directed by Liesl Tommy. MGM has attached Bron Creative to this project as a founder and production company. Filming began in Atlanta, Georgia on the 2nd of September 2019 and was completed on the 15th of February 2020. On the 1st of February, Jonathan Glickman, MGM's Motion Picture Group president, with the film inaugural deal. Jennifer Hudson is playing the lead role, including Forest Whitaker, Mary Kilgore, Sky Dakota Turner, Tate Donovan, Mary J. Blige, and Mark McDonald in the main cast. The film will cover Franklin's history, studies, and effects on the women's suffrage movement. Aretha Franklin wanted Hudson in the ultimate game, who would you want you to play in a movie, and she got it. While the stage icon was kept close to her team spot in 2016. She said to People, "I've been talking to someone who'll be playing me." The casting news for Hudson was announced in January 2018, but just a short time before Franklin's passing in August of the same year. "There's no way we can tell who I chose, but I spoke to her and she's ready and I'm glad for her." The film will be released in the USA on the 13th of August 2021. On number 2. Free Guy. Free Guy is Shawn Levy's future science fiction adventure film from a Matt Lieberman and Zach Penn screenplays and a script from Lieberman. The film is starred Ryan Reynolds, Jodie Comer, Joe Keery, Lil Rel Howery, Taika Waititi, Utkarsh Ambudkar. It is Ryan Reynolds will play a non-player character in a video game who discovers that he is in the virtual world, Taika Waititi is a game developer, and Jodie Comer is a melee player. Based on the trailer, Reynolds' character seems to understand that his virtual world has to be rescued from disasters when facing actual world challenges. Also, it's among the first Fox films to ramp up production under the ownership of Disney as well as under the new name 20th Century Studios. The film producer Ryan Reynolds, along with Shawn Levy, said, "I haven't been this fully immersed and engaged in something since Deadpool, but he is one of the first Fox films to continue production under Disney's ownership." The film will release on the 21st of May 2021. On number 3. In the Heights. In the Heights is an upcoming U.S. film from Chiara Alegria Hughes directed by John M. Chu. Stars are also Corey Hawkins, Leslie Grace, Melissa Barrera, Olga Merediz, Daphne Rubin Vega, Gregory Diaz IV, Stephanie Beatriz. The film, scheduled to start production in the summer of 2011, will be directed by Kenny Ortega. However, the project was dropped by March 2011. In January 2012, Miranda confirmed that production of the film had been back under debate. In May 2012, Universal Pictures announced that it was schemed to produce the original music as a feature film for 2011. The film adaptation of the musical was directed by John M. Chu on July 10, 2016. After multiple reports of sexual assault against Weinstein, his reputation for the film was deleted with a $50 million auction for the film's rights at Warner Brothers. On the 5th of November 2018, it was announced that Rita Moreno started talking in the film studio, but soon after this, it turned out to be wrong. Anthony Ramos had been cast in the unknown role, which was later found to be Usnavi's chief. Jimmy Smits, Melissa Barrera, Leslie Grace, Olga Merediz, Gregory Diaz, Daphne Rubin Vega, Stephanie Beatriz, and Dasha Polanco were cast in June 2019, Mark Antony and Lin-Manuel Miranda were cast in The Case, and Corey Hawkins was cast in the capacity of Benny. Filming started in New York on June 3, 2019. A Fillmore story featuring a bodega owner who, after he inherited the fortune of his grandmother, has big doubts about closing his business, retiring to the Maldives. The dazzling trailer, complete with the programmed swimmer, dance screen numbers, Dreamers, and Spirit, begins with Usnavi originally performed in music by Miranda and played in the movie by Anthony Ramos. He begins by describing his neighborhood, which is at the center of the film. This is a history of an enduring block. A neighborhood is known as Park Slope, which is made of music through the streets, he says. At an event, he said, "Lynn and Chiara plant this mystical seed they planted into us all. We had the best summer of our lives." Then at the occasion of the trailer, according to Vanity Fair. The movie will be scheduled to be released in the United States on June 18, 2021. On number 4. Old. Old is a thriller movie written, directed, and produced by M. Night Shyamalan. The movie stars include Gael Garcia Bernal, Eliza Scanlon, Thomasin McKenzie, Aaron Pierre, Alex Wolff, Vicky Krieps, Abby Lee, Ken Leung, Embeth Davidtz, and Rufus Sewell. In October 2019, M was announced. Night Shyamalan partners with Universal Studios to release 2 films, produced and directed by Shyamalan. Their molds would be announced in the subsequent quarter, with cast addition by Abaray Lee, Nikki Amuka Bird, and Ken Leung. Gael Garcia Bernal would reprise the role in July. In August 2020, Rufus Sewell, Embeth Davidtz, and Eamon Elliott joined the cast of this film. In December 2020, Eliza Scanlon, Thomasin McKenzie, Aaron Pierre, Alex Wolff, and Vicky Krieps entered into negotiations for membership. The tagline of the movie says, "It's only a matter of time." Old is an additional assumption of Pierre-Oscar Levy and Frédéric Peters' French graphic novel Sandcastle, in which several beachgoers discover a body and then recognize that all of them are aging quickly, for hours. Shyamalan also used narrative as Old's framework. The film is scheduled to be released on July 23, 2021. On number 5. The Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad is a current Western superhero based on the Suicide Team DC Comics. Created and distributed by Warner Brothers, DC Films, Atlas Entertainment, and the Safran Companies. Pictures, the soft reboot, the autonomous sequel to the 2016 Suicide Team, and the 10th DC Extended Universe film, DCEU. The film, which is written and directed by James Gunn, will feature a cast directed by Margot Robbie, Idris Elba, John Cena, Joel Kinnaman. Fresh and old participants of a prison government task force are sent to the Suicide Squad for the demolition of an old research prison. Over in 2016, Amazingly Jamboree Batman and Superman, The Rebirth of Justice was followed by a team movie, David Ayer's Suicide Squad, which was the teamwork of great name, or anti-hero at best, men who brought in a band of misanthropic oddballs who were not to succeed. So while the film was in the world's box office for almost $750 million, the world's largest critics were not drawn by it, and many fans viewed it as a disaster. Fast forwards, half a decade back, and in The Suicide Squad, a non-quite sequel, non-quite reboot from the Guardian of the Galaxy filmmaker James Gunn, the Black Guys on a Death Project comedy book project gets a whole new lease of life. The Suicide Squad is scheduled to be released theatrically in the United States on August 6, 2021.